Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Caterpillar's Operator Stadium. We are getting ready for another one of our amazing demos. I'm Rutledge Wood, your official host this week. Before we fire this thing up, we want everybody to take a look at the big screens because safety is our priority here at Caterpillar. If you need ear protection, there are dispensers in each of the grandstands. Most importantly, please do not lean on or climb over the stadium barriers. If at any point during the demo you have any safety concerns, please reach out to one of the Caterpillar representatives in the red shirts or security personnel. And your health is important too. There are hand sanitizer stations located in the stadium. And now, without further ado, this is why your work matters.
Daybreak. You push yourself out of the darkness, often gone before the rest of the house is awake. If you could stay longer with your family, you would. But they know every time you leave, you're doing it for them. Because your work matters. Today, like every day, there will be challenges to face on your job site. It could be the elements, the overtime, or something unexpected. But you stand strong because you know your employees, your customers, and your community are counting on you. To each of them, your work matters. Like a force of nature, your work transforms the world as we know it. Your skill, your unwavering resolve to do things right. These ensure your efforts will stand the test of time. Your milestones are your legacy. You are a giant. You are a doer. And your work matters to all of us.
The operators and the work they do are the reason I want to join the Caterpillar family here at CONEXPO. Who's ready to see some action? You guys ready? Let's fire it up. Now this is how we make an entrance right here. We're going to start off our technology demo. We got to go to my right-hand man, C-Square, double C, Chad Kermeans, who is the field operations manager for CAT, and he creates so many of the company's educational initiatives like this demo these folks are about to see here today. And let's be honest, Chad, this isn't just the machines. These are your skilled operators from Caterpillar that are going to put on this show for everybody.
Yeah, just like our customers in the field, man. If we don't have good people, what can we get done? We've got great people at Caterpillar. I encourage everybody to go talk to the folks in the hubs around us here. But we also got some great operators, buddy. We're pretty fortunate.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. I know we're going to do a lot of fun stuff. Is there anything special that I get to do?
Well, I tell you, Rudd, we got a special place in our heart for you. So we're gonna let you run our new CAT UTV around a track that we're going to build for you today. And actually, just like any job, you know, when we've got a job to do, we got to figure out how we're going to do it. And to do that, we brought our buddy in from Quantum Land Designs, Ryan. He helped us lay out a design so that all of our machines are reading the same design. We're working on the same cut and fill sheets. It works out fantastic.
And that's what's on the big screen.
Yeah, it sure is, buddy. That's gonna be here in 30 minutes.
That's amazing. Now, when you say that you map this out, does that mean all these machines are also going to be talking to each other, understanding what's going on?
So all these machines are communicating back to the home base, wherever that may be. And some of them are also working on our 3D design. So for example, our Dozer and our excavator, and I've got our D6 coming in now, they all are seeing the same design. So they can either just one, do a quick little survey for other machines, or they can actually follow that design themselves. So it works out pretty slick, buddy.
That's cool. All right, Josh, you're over there in the 725. I know that's a big machine, but you always have a smile on your face when you're using it. What can you tell us about that one?
Hey, I'm going to turn it back over to Nathan on this one. I'm too busy to talk there.
I like your style. All right, finally some honesty, Chad. I'm doing something. I need someone else to talk for a minute. So as we can see, as we build that racetrack, Nathan, you're in the 972M there. Technology plays a big role. We saw earlier in the Spotlight series that you really showed off some of the cool stuff about that 972M, but how does technology help you today in what we're doing?
I tell you what, Rutledge, technology, it's just a game changer. It's amazing the advances that have happened just in the last couple of years. So let's talk about this 972. So this 972, first off, the joystick steering. That's kind of a game changer on this machine, and it's nothing new. It's been around for a while. It helps me get good visibility. I'm able to do everything right at the touch of my fingertips. And then you throw in on top of that the Performance Series bucket and this payload system. It's just amazing. So with this payload, if you look up on the screen here, you can see that I'm tracking the amount of material that I'm actually loading into this truck. As I'm loading this truck, on my last pass, I'm trying to not overload the truck. I can actually meter off the material, or what we call using the dynamic pick box. So I can decide if I want to do it at the truck or if I want to do it at the pile. So overall, it's really good. So as you can see here, I'm going for my third pass. With being this density, I can load this truck maybe in 2 passes or maybe 3. Just depends on all the ins and outs of this material, but I'm going to put 3 on it. So,
Rutt, the nice thing about that 972, it actually has remote flash. So like half the machines coming off the CAT product line right now have that ability to do remote flash. That helps keep the downtime at a minimum, so we can flash that software when the machine's shut down and everybody's going home to eat dinner. Works out real slick for our customers. It's actually got some remote troubleshooting capability as well in regards to that.
So the same sort of way like your phone would update, you can update the software, anything you need to do in that truck remote.
Yeah, for sure. And it really, really helps expedite things to make sure that machine has the utmost efficiency and the utmost technology for our customers. It's also got the capability for CAT productivity. So this is a web-based management tool, works out really slick. It gives our customers kind of like a snapshot in time on their productivity. You can obviously see it remotely, and then it helps keep our production numbers where they need to be. It works out real nice. And you saw that 972 loading our 725 there. That 725 is also chock full of some pretty amazing things. Safety is a big deal for our customers and for us. That thing has stability assist. So anytime he gets within a range of about 15% on a side slope, he's going to get an audible warning letting him know that, hey, things are getting a little precarious. You may want to take some caution. It's also got automatic retarder control and advanced automatic traction control, which seems like a kind of a silly thing, but at the end of the day, it's less for that operator to have to manually control. The machine takes over, it handles it all by himself, and it's got an indicator light on the side. So he's working with the 972, telling him exactly how much material is on that truck. It's literally just a light. So kind of a dummy light, if you will, but it works out perfect. When it's green, Nathan knows to keep on loading. And then when it goes flashing red, that tells Nathan that he's about within one bucket of being full. And then when it goes solid red, he's full. Now
so
we
it's
may
technology that's not over the top. It's not meant to slow anybody down. It's all about productivity. But those two operators don't have to talk. They know what they're doing, and those lights just help speed everything up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And it's really important for our guys in the field, because if we were to overload that truck every single time, that's going to really increase the wear and tear on it over a handful of years. And then also, if we underload it, we're going to not hit our production numbers, and that isn't good for anyone.
That's for sure. All right, let's go check in with John Hood. He's behind the helm there of the D6 XE. John, that thing's had a total redesign. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's first redesign, total redesign of the D6 series in over 35 years. They have focused a lot on performance as well as operator comfort. which is, in my case, that's usually what I'm most concerned about. But what they really did was increase the power of this machine. Every operator always wants more power, right? So this is Caterpillar's first elevated sprocket electric drive dozer. So they've had previous models of electric drives in the past, but this one right here is the first elevated sprocket. Gives you a lot more torque, a lot more power to the ground. Really comes in handy for working on slopes. Another thing about this machine is there's no more decel pedal. It's still there physically, but the function of the pedal is not the same. It's more or less the ground control speed pedal. So if I want to slow the dozer down, I just press the pedal just like I would a decel pedal, but it actually just slows the machine down. The actual ground speed doesn't do anything with the engine RPMs, and it doesn't take away my power or my torque at all.
That's cool, man.
It's a pretty nice feature on this machine.
It really is. We also got Speedo up here in the 325. It looks like they really focus a lot on operator safety. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yep, you're exactly right, Rutledge. So had a nice conversation with our service tech, Craig, this morning, and he told me that they added a feature overnight remotely, like you guys were just talking about, to this 325. So these things are constantly working out in traffic and really, really tight areas. And he was able to explain to me over the phone that he updated the software in the machine, and they added a feature called Lift Assist. So next time I have my bucket off, I'm able to know exactly how much weight I'm picking up. So really, really handy feature for the operator to use when he wants to. You know, there's a lot of other times where, we're picking stuff up and we already know the weight. We're not having to worry about that stuff. But, we've got the 360 camera in here. If we're working on that road and I need a little extra help, I can use that E-fence in the background. So a lot of technology, same stuff that we've had out on a lot of our machines for several years. Right now we're loading this truck up using payload and getting close to my target. I'm watching that bucket weight go up as I go, and really making it easy for me, not having to count buckets and keep track of how much we're putting on Josh here. So there's, I got the design running, the payload, super handy features all working in the background, still letting me run the machine exactly how I want.
That's cool. And that electric fence, the E-fence, is just that. It's a way to create some parameters that really are all about safety for the operator and those around you.
Yep, you're exactly right. So these things are in traffic. If I just need that little peace of mind of, hey, if I swing or lose my head, I'm watching what I'm doing, and have that machine working in the background to keep me at ease. Not let me swing out in traffic or not get the boom up into the power line. So really handy and easy to use.
For sure. All about lowering those operating costs, too. All right, Kane, I see you right over here in the red shirt and the vest atop the technology. Grandstands here. What are you doing?
Well, Rudd, I've got myself a remote control loader out there. So as a kid, you always had the remote control cars. You're able to run those, have a good time with them, right? So what kid or what operator, he or she, wouldn't love to run one of these RC machines like this? So this particular one I'm running right here, we've got options. As you hear throughout the day, Caterpillar always has options for their customers. So this one here, this was a line of sight one. So I have this console here over the shoulder, and I'm able to run this machine line of sight in a safe distance away from maybe harm's way or anything. So we can use these in multiple different applications. And then we also have our command center. So down here below me, if anybody has time to go down here and check this out, we're able to run these machines from thousands and thousands of miles away. So it gets the operator definitely out of harm's way, even so much operator comforts you might think of. So I don't have to get dirty. I can go to the office almost all day and still do the same job that I'm able to do in the sea.
That's awesome, Brian. Chad, so he mentions operator comfort, but let's talk about safety and productivity. How could a command system like that help out?
Right. It does it absolutely seamlessly, to be honest with you, Rhett. Like, look how safe Brian is right now. He's out of harm's way. That machine's working absolutely perfectly, no stress whatsoever, and yet he's safe and sound, and he's probably got a better view than what we have. Works out really slick. Think about this. Think about employee retention. Let's say, for example, if we're in a waste type scenario, it might be difficult to keep and hold good operators in a waste scenario. They may want to come to a dirt scenario where maybe it doesn't smell quite as bad, right?
Sure.
We can keep them nice, safe and sound, cool and odor-free, so to speak, back in the office, running from a non-line of sight command station that Caterpillar now offers. The other cool stuff, Brian's got line of sight, right? So we've got non-line of sight in there. And then we've got some other items as well in regards to the command stuff. We've got semi-autonomous, which we'll see a little bit later, and we have also autonomous machines. So you may not know this, but Caterpillar's been in the autonomous game for 30 years. We've got over 40 million miles driven safely with our autonomous trucks in mines and quarries throughout the world. And we've hauled over 2 billion tons without any injury whatsoever. And the best part about it is Brian can park it, and we can throw an operator in there. We go right back to manual, so you don't have to have a dedicated machine that's only command. It works out slick.
It really does. And Tyler, you're about to hop out of that 299, but before you do, can you tell us a little bit about what makes that cab so nice?
You betcha. So the greatest thing is Brian King talked about a little about comfort. Well, there's plenty of comfort in here. I mean, I got plenty of room, about 6'3", 240. So I got plenty of room in here. Boy, I can put my lunch pail down on my feet. Boy, I got it all. And then another thing is they got this door working open up to 40% wider. So I can get in and out of the machine safely, 3 points of contact, and I'm on to the next one.
How about that, Chad? My man Tyler looked like Paul Bunyan climbing out of that thing. Still tons of room for him. The versatility here is amazing. It's very clear.
Absolutely. Big Rock could eat 40% more food while he's here in Vegas.
You know what, Chad? I get pretty hungry.
Doing all this hard work, all these demos, it's a real thing. All right, did you guys catch that transition from the 930 being remote to now Nathan's inside that? It's that quick, Nathan, right? Just flip of a switch.
Yeah, I tell you what, you saw it. Walked up to the stairs, checked my surroundings, flipped the switch, got in the cab, and fired it up. It's a nice machine. It's pretty neat to be able to go back and forth like that.
It is. And that one, doesn't that have the Performance Series bucket on there?
It does. So just like that 972, we got that Performance Series bucket. But a couple other things that really set this apart from our competition is, how about 800 less RPMs? So that means at the end of the day, we're burning less fuel, less moving parts. You know, I know you're a race guy. You know those engines go high RPMs, you usually get more power, but we're able to lower RPMs and still get a lot of power out of this machine to get a lot of production out of it. So 30% fuel savings when doing that.
That adds up, man. It's a real thing. We know compounded over these jobs and times how much it takes. That's real cost savings. All right, Kane, you're still over here in the technology grandstand. What are you working on now?
Well, Brett, now I've got another remote control here. So Tyler, my good buddy Tyler, he was in the 299 earlier, right? So I think everybody's seen him get out nice and safe, and he's going on to the next machine. So with this machine here, again, this is a line of sight one. We've got some beacons on top that kind of tells what's going on, if I'm connected, if I'm not connected. And then also I'd like to just kind of talk a little bit about work tools. So with these compact track loaders, right, they've designed these machines to do just about anything. So we're able to put maybe a backhoe attachment on the front where you have maybe even a broom, or let's just pick on the good old forklifts, right? So we got a lot of forklifts around here. So I'm able to detach this bucket right here with this machine, and then I'm able to hook back up line of sight with this machine just as I was in the seat. So a lot of comforts. It's very intuitive. It's really snappy for me. So it's just like sitting in the seat, right?
That's awesome, Brian. How cool. Flip of a switch from the 930M to now the 299D3, all while he's standing right up there on the grandstand. That's a big deal. Chad, I see the 440 has rolled out here. Tyler is now inside that thing. Those hand controls on there are a really big deal mounted to the seat. Tyler, why is that so important for you as operator?
Well, Rudd, the way I see it is, you know, you're always constantly, after you dig a set, you're reaching behind you to move the front bucket and whatnot. So if I come in here, all we gotta do is flip a switch like so. I can say I'm digging a set right here, I get done. I gotta move, gotta pick up the front bucket. I don't want to swing around or anything, so I can just hit this joystick control. I just lift that baby up like so, and I got full control of that, you know, even the clam and everything. So I'm able to just push myself forward, get back, and then get back to digging again. It's really a game changer, I feel.
It totally is. Big time saver. And Chad, when you talk about what it means for an operator who's working 8-10 hours a day, to have those seat-mounted controls, that's a huge deal in the long run.
Yeah, you know, Rudd, when I worked in the field 8 or 10 hours a day, it really wasn't much different having that foreman screaming in your ear than going down to Disney when you got a 10-hour drive with a kid screaming in the back. So anytime you can be comfortable in job, it's a good thing, buddy.
Yeah, and Tyler, I know that you have a different style as some of the other guys might. How easy is it for you to change your preferences in there as the operator?
Well, it's pretty easy. You just come over here to the monitor and you can select, and you can move it fast or slow. And honestly, I like mine about right in the middle. Some guys like them slow, some guys like them fast. And I'll tell you what, you know, when you can make that operator as comfort as you possibly can, you know, his productivity is going to go up and his efficiency, and you know, it's pretty nice. And then also this thing's, you still got the automatic transmission, so you never have to fumble around what gear you want to be in. You know, it's just right there. It's pretty great.
That's way cool, man. All right, the 150 that Josh is operating, definitely one of my favorite machines to get up close and personal with at Edwards, Illinois at the training facility. Josh, you're in there. Tell us a little bit about that one.
I tell you what, Rod, what I'd like to touch on first is just the choices that the Caterpillar Motor Grader product line has today. Of course, I'm in this 150 that's a dual joystick control, but we also offer steering wheel and levers as well, which a lot of operators out there still prefer that. But at the end of the day, we have that choice for the customer, which is really nice. Now, I tell you what, I'm pretty happy I'm in this 150 out here today just because of the joystick control. As you can see, I'm trying to jockey around a bunch of machines, tight area. So with these joysticks, it's about 78% less hand and arm movement. That's a big difference by the end of the day. Now, one thing I really want to touch on is the mastless 3D grade. You'll notice that I do not have any masts or receivers on top of the moldboard. I am using full 3D GPS. You can see the design on my screen, the CD520 in the cab. And basically those receivers now, instead of being on top of the moldboard, are on top of the cab and the mainframe. The beauty of this is it gets those components off the moldboard, so I, as an operator, as I'm doing type of work like this, with a lot of moldboard angle, I don't have to worry about those masts or receivers getting into the cab, the glass, the ladder, things like that. So it's a really nice game changer, I'll call it. I have full functionality and versatility. It knows wheeling, it knows articulation angle, the machine knows the drawbar position, it knows how much moldboard pitch I have. So I have full capabilities of what this machine was designed for, which is really nice.
That's really cool, Josh. But let's go back and revisit that D6, and you can maybe tell us a little bit about some of its 3D offerings.
Yeah, so as Josh was talking about the mastless system, as you can see, this machine doesn't have mast on it either, but it does have full 3D capability. The receivers are mounted on top of the cab, getting them off the blade, getting them out of harm's way, just helps protect them. And it's kind of nice not having them out there. You can do a lot more and not have to worry about them. Not have the boss screaming at you because you've been another pole. But this also comes standard with slope assist. And if anybody's familiar with slope assist and how it works, that's a real nice feature. It uses all onboard sensors to control the blade automatically to whatever slope or whatever mainfall the operator has inputted to the system. It's very simple, very easy to use. A little bit of training for a green guy, you can keep him pretty productive in the seat.
That's awesome, John. Chad, why don't we take a look and show everybody where we are so far with that 3D rendering?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see where we started. You can see we're getting pretty close to the end result at the end of the day. And again, this is just kind of a unique glimpse as to what our machines are actually reading. So they're helping our operators get to the end goal, which is a really cool track for you, buddy.
Yeah, I can't wait. If you're just joining us, we are building a racetrack so I can tear around it in the new UTV. We've got Speedo, though, making his way in here in the 313 GC You can see all the different prep that's happening right now. So Speedo, tell us a little bit about that 313 GC.
Yeah, Brett, so let's face it, not all of our customers need all this technology all the time. So we listen to our customers, and we're going to give them a little different offering with our GC models. So the machine is very simple, not hardly any technology. I do still have that same cab that it came with on that 325 I was out here earlier in. Still got the touchscreen monitor, so I can still set the joysticks up the way I want, get all those radio preferences set, air conditioner. The touchscreen is just like my phone, super easy to use and handy. Like I said, set it up the way I want it. So machine with 28 feet of reach, I'm able to reach out here, do a little light grading, could do some backfilling. Maybe we throw one of the work tools on that we've got, maybe a hammer, plate compactor, mulcher. So machine is simple, easy to use, and set up for our customers the way they want them. So if they need some more options, hey, we got that too. Getting on and off, bottom level fluid checks, never having to climb up on the top of the machine. Simple, easy to use, and the best part of all, no DEF fluid in this thing.
That's a big deal, Chad.
Yeah, it really is, man. I tell you what, and Speedo nailed it. Like, whatever our customer needs, if they want a machine that can read a 3D design and help the end user get to that end result, which may be a parking lot or a building pad or whatever the case may be, all the machines are reading off the same design, increasing efficiency. We've got our cut and fill sheet. Back in the day, we had to have those laying on the hood of the pickup truck, and then we'd have to go drive a stake to make sure we're getting close to our grade. And now we just literally look at the monitor. If you want that, we've got it. If you want to walk out to a 313 GC, turn the key and have it start, maybe throw some diesel in it at the end of the day, we got that too, buddy. And it's the same quality and reliability that Caterpillar offers, whether it's a 150 or this 313 GC. It's a slick little setup.
All about choices. Speaking of choices, Hood, you're just cruising in over there in the 310. The new design is all about the operator, right? Tell us why. Hood, you got me, buddy?
Yeah, sorry about that, Russ.
There we go.
Too many things going on. So Caterpillar listened to the operators, listened to the owner-operators. This machine was built for operators by operators. They took a lot of experienced operators' input, owner-operators. I actually got a chance to meet a lot of those guys. Very knowledgeable guys about the construction industry. But there's three really main focuses. Obviously, performance and power. This thing has about 20% more lifting power than the older unit. It's a lot more fuel efficient, and with the different technology on this thing, the different stick steer modes, and if you're not familiar with stick steer modes, there's a button on the joystick. You press it, you still have blade control, but then your joystick actually runs your tracks. So it's a real nice feature, especially when you're maneuvering this machine around in tight areas, especially if you got to track it for a ways.
That's impressive, man. So much versatility. And the interesting thing, Chad, when John was just talking about, made by operators for operators, all of these operators in your machines, they were once customers, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's at the end of the day, we can take an operator and make them a little bit better in regards to their technique and their capabilities. But if you don't know how to move dirt, it just doesn't work. And as you can see, these boys know how to move dirt.
It is so impressive. We are building a racetrack right here at Caterpillar Operator Stadium. So many different things going on this week. Make sure you go check out the store downstairs. We also have so many different things. You can come down here to the command center, Chad. You can drive a loader remotely. There's one in North Carolina. Is there one in Arizona also?
There is one in Arizona and one in Central Illinois at the Edwards Demonstration Center.
How cool is that? So when we tell people, when Kane was up here earlier, you can actually go do it yourself, see how easy that can be with command setup.
Yeah.
But so cool to see. We've got demos every single day. We also have spotlight series to really focus on particular models. And it's been so cool to see how many of you have come out, spent some time with us. Plus, of course, the titan of the trades, Mike Rowe, the man himself, has been here doing a lot of stuff. But so many things that we talk about, Chad, kind of move towards technology that is helpful to the operator, to the fleet manager, to the owner, but it's not obtrusive. These are things that are helping you increase your productivity, your efficiency, and bottom line. But sometimes people are scared by the notion of technology because they think it's going to require more out of them, but that's not how this stuff works.
No, not at all. And actually, in regards to equipment management, it's on your cell phone. I mean, we've got a CAT app that can help our customers make sure that their fleet is doing exactly what it needs to be doing. You can find its location, you can check on the health of the machine, and look on the efficiency of the machine as well. Go over to our services hub, talk to those folks. They're a lot more knowledgeable than I am for sure. But it basically gives our customers the ability through Vision Link. So basically, all of these machines, they're talking. You know, they've got data going up, and we've got the capability to collect that data and help our customers then evaluate it and determine, is there a problem coming down the pipe kind of a thing, and then we can resolve it before it becomes a problem. It's a great scenario. Go talk to our services folks.
That's way cool. Now we see Tyler is out here. He's got that smart attachment. Tell us a little bit about that, Tyler. How does that work on that machine?
Well, by golly, I'll tell you this. Now, what if I told you that this smart technology, that I could just press a button and it configures to the smart attachment that I have on. So if I just click this button here, I just enable it. I give it a click. See, I got my skid steer back. I got to get out of somewhere. Then I'm right back into it. Clicker. Now I got her. So
and now, Tyler, that's the smart grader blade on that,
yes,
right?
Yeah, sorry, that's a smart grader blade. And we also have two other models. We have the smart backhoe, and then we also have the smart dozer. And it works just like that. Just works the same thing as the smart grader blade. You just click the button and it just configures to that attachment.
That's so cool, Chad. It's that quick. Tyler can do all those controls, the different smart attachments. But we also see the CS56B. It's taken over rolling the dirt. We got 5 different sections. Chad, let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, the CS56, it's, you know, we don't think of rollers as maybe a machine that someone may want to run, but that machine is actually very comfortable. And there was a little bit of an arm wrestling match in the back to see who got to run it, and Nathan won, mainly because Tyler fell down, but Nathan won. So he's in that sucker. He's doing a great job for us too. The reason he can do the things that he can do and be as comfortable as he can be is because we've got a great team up in Minneapolis, our CAT Paving Products team. And I suggest you go over to Gate 2, talk to those folks. They know a whole lot about paving products that I will probably never understand. They've got pavers, tandem rollers, pneumatic rollers, cold planers, road reclaimers, and soil compactors, just like the CS56. And this little thing here, it's got a really cool piece of technology on it. And I think, Nathan, if you'd be so kind, could you help explain what that new technology on that CS56 is?
Command for compaction. How about that?
It's a little exciting, is what it is.
Hey, I'm telling you, this just gets you pumped up. So what if I told you semi-autonomous, I'm sitting in here, I can run it with not even touching anything. You know, if I had a big job and I had GPS signal with a base station, I can set it up and pretty much just click of a button, everything is automated for me. The machine moves. So if you take a peek up there on the screen, you're going to see a little short video that kind of walks you through the process of setting it up. So there's a monitor up here on the screen here that's going to give me 4 different areas that I could pick to choose, and I can program it, kind of outline a box area of where I want to automate. And once I get that all circled in, tap of a button, it all does it itself. So it really works out very, very nice. How about an hour to train? So I know Rutledge, I bet I could get him on here before the day's out and he'd be ready and set to go.
I'm interested. Let's do it.
All right, with that, Chad, I'm going to throw it back to you.
Yeah, the nice thing about that command for compaction, it gives you 60% better coverage. So if you're running a CS56 all day long, it can get a bit monotonous. But with this new command for compaction, it takes the human error out of it, which when we've got Nathan in the cab, it works out pretty slick for us. Another nice thing in regards to CAT Paving Products,
that hurt.
They do a great job making sure our customers have the technology, the information, and the products that they need to get it done. And they've come up with this system called eRoutes, and that's a mobile version to help our customers understand and help them coordinate the material delivery from the plant to the paver. At the end of the day, if you do not have good timing, essentially, you don't have a good paved mat. So you got to get the plant in order. You got to get the transition in order. You got to make sure you don't have 6 trucks waiting on the paver or the paver waiting on trucks. It's extremely important. You want to make sure that you get your mat down at the right temperature, and then you're able to roll it with a nice cat roller. So Nathan's doing a great job for us out there. Another thing that our cat paving products folks have done for us, they continue to develop their training. So sometimes it can be a little difficult to fully understand the technology, and Cat Paving Products puts together an excellent training program for our people. And actually, speaking of training, looks like we got right up to speed on that UTV. We're going to get him around here. We just built this track for him. We used all kinds of Cat technology. We used Cat Payload, Cat Grade, which is 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional. We've got Cat Command that we just talked about on that CS56, the 930, and we had it on the little skiddy as well. And then we got equipment monitoring, helping our customers keep their equipment up and running, and fleet management is doing that for us.
What a great track y'all made in half an hour. I was going to stop there, but I'm just going to go one more time, guys. It's just too much fun. How cool is this? And if anyone's had trouble convincing their wife they needed a side-by-side, this is it. Diesel, you don't have to get more fuel, and it's awesome. Chad, your operators are so good. All right, I'm going to the top. Here it is. Woo! Just like that. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I've done some fun stuff on Top Gear in my day. This is pretty awesome to see us make a racetrack in half an hour. I gotta say big thanks to Chad and the boys, all our operators. You know, they got 10 years under their belts of all sorts of things you can imagine before they ever became a part of this. 95 years combined time in the field in real world, and they are the real deal.
We're proud to support you, the titans of the trades. With the next generation of equipment, the most advanced technology, and a whole new range of tools and services to keep you at the top of your game, so you can accomplish what matters most to you. Let's do the work.
How about a round of applause for Chad Cremines, all our operators from the training center in Edwards, Illinois, creating that racetrack for us half an hour. Unbelievable. Everybody, if you take a look up at the big screen, we've got a QR code for you. You can take your phone out, go to take a picture, and follow that link. For the great giveaway, you can check in for the technology demo. We've got cat hats, cat phones, even a cat mini excavator we're giving away. So make sure you click that. And coming up next, we've got our Spotlight Series.